I know you've seen this 100 times. The overnight success stories of the 10-step routine with this active and this and this and that, and it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But what if I told you that the 10-step routine is actually destroying your skin? Hello everyone, if we have not met, my name is Alyssa. I'm a board-certified family nurse practitioner currently working in aesthetics. I make videos on healthcare, fitness, lifestyle, and travel. So if any of those sound interesting to you, be sure to follow along and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Today we are talking about something that is everywhere right now, and that is viral skincare. Everyone wants that glass skin, the glow, but beneath the filters and the perfect lighting, these girls' skin is damaged beyond belief. And on top of that, they're wasting a lot of money. So let's break it down. Why is this happening? What is going wrong? So for starters, less is more is the best skincare advice you're ever going to hear in your life. I think viral skincare, especially in social media, thrives on extremes. They show this drastic before picture where this girl's skin is just covered in acne and scars and this and that, and then they show an after picture and it's just clear glass skin with nothing on it. That works because people are drawn to videos like that and they want to see cure-all that fixes everything. So those videos tend to get a lot of views. The problem with this, though, is that a lot of these routines stack a bunch of different things together, like actives and retinols and other acids and moisturizers. The list goes on. When you do all of these all at once, it can be very, very intense for your skin. Individually, some of these may help. However, when you combine all of these, you're often left with redness and irritation and a very, very weakened skin barrier. What gets me really frustrated about this is that a lot of these young girls watch these videos from influencers who they're not dermatologists, they have no medical background, they don't know what they're talking about, or they're using products for monetization, and they're going to promote the crap out of a product, obviously, if they're getting paid to do so. And also, oftentimes, they share what works for them, and it may work for them. However, everyone's skin is different, and you have to build a tolerance to things. You can't just, put a bunch of actives on your face and then expect overnight you're not going to have a burn. It's that you're going to. Definitely you will. Your skin has a natural protective layer called your skin barrier. That protects us from a lot of things. It's responsible for temperature regulation. It's also responsible for keeping bacteria out, keeping moisture in, and you want to keep that intact as much as possible. When you overload your skin with all kinds of different chemicals, it can actually damage the skin barrier, which can lead to issues with temperature control, more prone to infections like acne. Oftentimes when the skin barrier is damaged, you'll find that you're much more likely to get flaky, dry skin, irritation. It's going to feel itchy and burny. It's really funny because you're spending all this money and you're buying all these products that claim to do everything under the stars, and you end up damaging your skin in the long term. And it's also, your wallet takes a hit too, which isn't fun. I think sometimes we associate with if we do things more or if we add more things to the list that it's going to give us a better result. But skincare, that's not the case. It's very much so the opposite. As long as you're consistent and you use the right products that work for your skin, you're going to see results. It's not a overnight thing. Skin is an organ and it takes a long time to heal a damaged skin barrier, but eventually you will see results. A simple routine done consistently every single day will always outperform a sporadic, inconsistent routine with 18 different steps. Or even if you are doing it consistently, it's still going to be more likely that you're going to have irritation, redness, flaking, and acne. So I wanted to walk through a very basic skincare routine with you. I actually had a patient come in, and I'm going to put her pictures here of what she came in with. And I got consent from her, obviously, to share this story and share these pictures. But she came in with a very damaged skin barrier, a lot of irritation, closed comedones, open comedones, just everything and anything that you would expect to see. And she had been using one of these 10-step routines from TikTok, and she called and, she said, I've done this, and this for 3 weeks, and this is what my skin looks like. And the first thing I said to her was, you need to stop everything. You need to let your skin chill, and we'll start from there. I did actually bring her in for extractions also so that we could clear out some of those closed comedones. And then I also had her do this routine that I'm going to share with you now. First thing you want to do is a nice, gentle cleanser. If your skin is super compromised, the first cleanser you can use is like a Dial, the little yellow Dial antibacterial soap. That's super gentle and it's antibacterial, and it's like $3 max. Maybe it's $4 these days, but it should be super, super cheap. So you could start with that. Moving on from there, you want a nice moisturizer. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I personally use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. It's like a little blue. It's either in a little blue pump or a little bowl. So you can use that, or you could just use any other gentle moisturizer like Cetaphil or CeraVe. If your skin is not as compromised, but you still need to use a nice gentle cleanser, you can use Cetaphil. They have a pretty good cleanser that you can use, like a gentle basic cleanser. But if it is compromised, start with that Dial soap. This kind of goes hand in hand with the moisturizer. So again, for me personally, I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, which is a hyaluronic acid moisturizer. So it just kind of plumps everything up. What you can also do, you want to get the skin barrier healed before you do this, obviously. But once it's healed up, you can use like a tretinoin or any other kind of retinol. I know they have adapalene over the counter, which is like Differin, but tretinoin is probably, your best bet if you can go get it prescribed. You can take a pea-sized amount of the retinol, so tretinoin or adapalene, whatever, and a pea-sized amount, teeny tiny bit. Put it in your palm, and then take the moisturizer and mix it in, and you dilute it a little bit, and then you put that all over your face, and you can do your neck too, and that will help kind of evenly disperse it, and then it's not as harsh on your skin, because a retinol you have to be very careful with. The way I always teach my patients when I prescribe retinol, it's going to say on the bottle, apply to the affected area 1 time daily. Usually you do it at night, but you don't want to do that. First time using retinol, your skin is going to purge, and it's going to flake off and slough off, and we don't want it to be damaged because it can damage your skin barrier the same way a 10-step routine can. So you're going to do the pea-size amount with the moisturizer. You're going to do that 1 time for a week. So once a week for a week. Then you're going to do it 2 times a week for a week. Then 3 times a week for a week. And you're going to move up to, hopefully every day you can get up to 7 days a week. Sometimes that doesn't happen and you do 5 or 6, which isn't the end of the world. You do want to try to wean yourself into it. And then you can wean yourself off of it if it doesn't work for you, but you don't want to just start, guns a-blazing and just kind of overload your face with retinol, because that's not a good idea. And then please, 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 if you're going to take away anything from this video, sunscreen. Every single day, all day long. It doesn't matter if I work inside an office and, I just walk to my car and back, and it doesn't matter. If you have makeup on, you can put sunscreen underneath the makeup. You want a sunscreen that has 30 SPF. If they say 50, 60, 70, that's all crap. It's just a way to upcharge the sunscreen. Once it hits 30 SPF, it doesn't provide any more or less protection. All you need is 30. So buy a 30, and then it has to have mineral in it, which is titanium and zinc. That's a mineral sunscreen. So you want to find a sunscreen that has those 3 things. Usually they're very inexpensive. You can, of course, purchase ones that are expensive, and it's going to do the same job. But as long as it has a 30 SPF and titanium and zinc in it, you're good to go. You want to use it every single day. If you live in sunny South Florida, like I do, you may need to reapply also. So that's just something to keep in mind, especially if you have any kind of like recessive gene on you in terms of your skin. So like red hair, super light skin, light eyes, like pale kind of eyebrows and eyelashes. Anything like that is going to make you more susceptible to sun damage, which of course that can correlate to melanoma one day, which you don't want to go through that. So to recap, if you have a damaged skin barrier, you're going to do antibacterial soap. Then you're going to do a moisturizer, then you're going to do sunscreen, and that's it. If your skin barrier is better and not damaged anymore, but you're still trying to take care of it, you're going to do either Cetaphil or the antibacterial cleanser. Then you're going to do a moisturizer with like Neutrogena Hydro Boost, and then you can add the retinol with that, and then you're going to do sunscreen for both of those. Always, always, always sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. But that is all you need. And the best thing about a simple routine, it helps you kind of figure out your skin, like if you have more oily skin or dry skin, if you're prone to breaking out with certain types of products, if anything irritates you more than something else, you can figure that out. You can figure out if you're allergic to something. Whereas if you have 8 products on, it's going to be hard to differentiate what's causing something versus what's not. I also don't want it to seem that I'm saying you should completely avoid any and all skincare trends, because some of them are helpful and they do disclose some things that are useful. However, you should be able to pick apart what is actually helpful and what is just trying to get your attention, right? So you can ask yourself, is this person knowledgeable in the field, or do they have some kind of evidence base that they're using, scientific evidence? Is this something that's going to affect my skin in terms of my skin type? Is it, for me, I have oily skin, right? Is this going to help oily skin, or is it going to make oily skin more oily? And then lastly, is this too many steps? Am I adding too much at once? Like the retinol, for example, you do 1 time a week for a week, and then you do it 2 times a week for a week. You're slowly incorporating that step because it's an active and it can definitely damage your skin. And then lastly, give your skin time. Give your skin time to heal, time to repair itself. Me personally, I'll share with you, I have had cystic acne and rosacea for as long as I can remember, since I was a kid. And I still have, there's still some active spots. However, it has drastically improved with a simple skin routine and getting myself on a retinol, which is something that I have to, still I'm in the process of slowly incorporating it still, even after almost a month of using it. So it definitely can take some time, and that's okay. So this patient that I was saying, this was her skin when she started, and I had her come in for extractions. I got her on a retinol. I got her on spironolactone to help with some of the aldosterone production that she's having, to try and inhibit it a little bit. And then I also had her put on a nice, clean skin routine, the exact one I just mentioned. This is her skin now. So it's a huge difference. I just want to point out that those photos are from 1 week since I'd seen her, and she'd only been on the skincare routine for 4 days at this point. Anyways, back to the video. She's still a work in progress, obviously. It's going to take time, like I said, but I think the result is so much better than where she started, and she's very, very happy with the result, which makes me very, very happy. So if you've been very overwhelmed by all of these skincare routines that are out there, just take this as your sign to simplify. Take it slow, be gentle, incorporate things slowly, and start from scratch and then work your way up. Less is more. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to you and what crazy skincare routines you've seen out there. Always remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. Skincare is a consistency problem, and just be patient with it and you will see results. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. I'll see you in the next one.